What is up, everybody? It's a beautiful day today. We're gonna do some fun stuff today. You've been asking for it. So what we're gonna do today is a behind-the-scenes tour of, you've seen it before, but we're gonna do it a little more in-depth and in detailed. But my good friend's insane private arcade in his house. Stay tuned. That's pretty cool. So, I'm here with a good friend of mine. Just kidding. I'm here with a good friend of mine. This is the world famous Doc. Doc, thank you so much for letting us into your home. For those of you out there that really wanted to see this, this is what you want to see. So today what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of walk through here. I did some flyover shots to show the whole arcade, but Doc, you got anything you want to say about like how it all came together? I mean, we know you love movies, we know you love arcades. Just the movie props are just crazy. But yeah, this is probably. I mean, you've had arcades before. I know you've had arcades before. This is no holds barred. Pull out all the stops, and we're gonna make it the Arkham Arcade, right? So first off, the name's awesome. The name is awesome, right? So it's got the private way back there, the Arkham Arcade.
The name was supposed to be the name of an arcade and a movie sequel that we were building a machine for that never came sort of to pass. The original didn't come to pass, so we had written Arkham Arcade, so I stuck with it. It's home of the great old ones.
Home of the great old ones.
Lovecraft films.
And we got the Cthulhu kind of theme there. It's definitely got a nice theme here. Tell me about the carpet. I know this was a.
Usually the carpet is vacuumed, but we've been working on machines for a bit, kind of get everything working.
I don't think anybody cares about that. The vacuuming of it.
So we originally had a design that was all different arcade sprites, a lot of vector, and a lot of classic arcade sprites on a 12 by 12 sheet. And we sent it in, and a couple of weeks later they called us back to tell us it was copyrighted. There was a large Pac-Man on it, so why it took 3 weeks to tell us it was copyrighted. So these designs were, there was a t-shirt a few years back where a guy did 8-bit sci-fi movies. He did 9 of them, and I did 9 more. And so there's 18 total designs here that are sci-fi movies and TV. A lot of stuff that's, you know, that light, so some stuff like Forbidden Planet and things are
super bright. There's Star Wars, we got, I know there's DeLorean, so we got the movie theme, Tron.
And it's all blacklight reactive, and you know, it's funny, people say, God, that must have cost you an arm and leg, but it actually cost about the same to have a custom print as to have them do one of their standard prints, and it's true of almost any of the guys that do blacklight print.
It's just a leg. Not an arm and a leg. But, and so we got an amazing just theme running through. We got the nice carpet. We saw the bar last time. Everyone was mad at me.
It's a little messy. We're
spending too much time. But
everyone's sober today.
It's about, yeah, so far. But it is about the game. And I think that's how me and you kind of came together. We both collected video games, someone more than others, you can see here. But this is, I mean, truly awesome. And one of the ones, I think we can start over here. This is the Vector Row, right?
It is.
And so, Vector games are awesome because, like, they're just pure, right? For me, when I think of video games, this is like where it all kind of started.
And that's, this is what I really try and collect the most of. So.
And we've seen some awesome ones here. Warrior is cool. You guys seen me do a video on this.
Tail Gunner is new.
Tail Gunner,
Rip-Off's new.
We saw this one at the
at the Expo.
Expo.
So,
Doc is a big part of it. And somewhere there's Darren. I see him working on the Battle Zone, another Vector. And we're gonna see his arcade next. Doesn't know it yet. No, he doesn't know it. But he wanted to go second. He's like, how can I go after Doc? And I go, trust me, dude. Your collection goes far and wide in different directions. So
well, we tried to. So they're kind of grouped by makers. So Cinematronics, I'm still missing a few, and then Sega.
How could you be missing a few?
Wow, did that just go down? Sega. And then all the Atari Vectors. The only one of those that we're having trouble with is the Empire Strikes Back, which is on a switcher board. Textin's got a jiggy interlock switch, and
we're doing it's maintenance day today, so I actually invited myself over.
That's why everything's messy. Sorry about that.
But it takes quite a few people. There's you got Darren's over here, Nola somewhere around here. Yeah, I mean this is definitely a labor of love. So if we had to tear it all down, right? This is your favorite room. But you have some amazing customs as well.
Well, these are all Rogue Synapse games. At least the customs are the homebrews. So this one needs to go on the site. This is an Incom game. So it's a custom meant to be a vector, 3D asteroids.
There's the Incom.
It's a full build, including software, and that'll be on the site at some point. I've been very bad about sending in completed projects.
I'll put a link down somewhere, Rogue Synapse.
RogueSynapse.com.
Yeah, RogueSynapse.com.
And of course Polybius, which we did.
Polybius. And you should totally Google some of the stories behind this, because this game is an urban legend kind of game, or it was a story. Never really existed, so Doc made it exist. He programmed the game and did all that, which is just kind of amazing.
Alter the Name was one for a movie. Right now I've got that shut down, but that's a fully working game as well. And this was just a custom skin for Guangay, one of the cave shooters. We'll probably do Dangon Fever on for next year with disco lights. And maybe a little tacky, but cool.
This one is a fun game. I did this one at the Let's Play Game.
Yeah.
Those are the coolest joysticks.
These are a guy named Cuddle Burrito did these, and he does amazing 3D printing. You can send him a design, and he'll design the ball. He's awesome.
That is amazing. And this one I love too.
It's a custom splatterhouse again. Just it's a skin, except the artwork is original. This was done by a guy named Eric out of Boston, and he's painted a lot of cabs. He works with Arcades for Home some, and he goes to a lot of the cons. But the guy's amazing.
That's just so cool.
A lot of the custom artwork we need to just post for download so people can skin their dynamos the way they want.
That's another thing I love about how you approach the hobby. I mean, that's how I ran into him. I was refurbing a Tron, and he helped me kind of put together some stuff. He worked on multi-trons. It was just really amazing. So, and this is
Ultraman skin, and this is an Alex Ross. Just had to enlarge it and clean it up, but and actually I talked with his guys, and so I can post this for download. It's kind of a cool side. The other side unfortunately looks weird, but it's his fist hitting the bad guy. And let's see, what else have we added? We added the electromechanicals, the shooting. Oh, you know what? The haunting house is new.
Oh yeah, that's
a complete.
We just did a review by a 6-year-old of a vintage arcade. Look at this. So this is how you know that
this was restored by a local guy who does restorations, and it's amazing. Actually, that's an old. I haven't met him yet, but did an amazing job. The thing looks new. It's beautiful and functions perfectly. It was not.
Well, when you say timeless, I mean,
they're awesome.
Ellis was born in 2010. This game is 1950.
Oh no, 1972.
72. Okay, so it's old as someone I know.
Tough crowd, man.
But still, it has. This is the game that he's been playing. We have all these games here. There's probably a PS4 somewhere that we know we have.
I went hunting with my dad when I was a kid, and I was going to have this machine. There was a little diner that had this and Warrior.
Nice.
Swore I would get those. So.
And that's what's so. I mean,
the Sea Raiders down, which I need to fix.
I got a chance to play that one when you first got it.
Awesome.
Stuntplay is amazing. I did a whole video on that.
Clean that up as well, but
that was
actually an endless amount of work to be done on a lot of the cabs. They just need cosmetic or function or both.
One thing I know about this hobby, it's not light and it's not easy.
So a lot of these are standard cabs, but this is all of Williams. We're missing Blaster, Mystic Marathon. I've got the boards. I've got a full Blaster build for Duramold, which we just need to put into a cabinet. The only thing I'm missing is the joystick. I have the handles, so I'll have to find a way to customize it to the 49. And this was the third Defender ever made.
Is this the prototype?
It's one of the prototypes that has the prototype art. It's buried right now, but you can kind of see the.
This is the one where I can see the TIE Fighter.
Yeah. So
this is the one they got in trouble.
C&D, yeah.
Lucasfilm cease and desist because they basically used the TIE Fighter and an X-Wing, right?
Yeah, and I have the board. Actually, the board is wrapped in back. It still works for the prototype. I just don't like to keep it in there. And I have the original control panel, but it was never made to last. So the original control panel is actually starting to come up, and I didn't want people playing on it.
Understood.
Of course, of Arkham, which I guess most people haven't seen, but
Arkham is so cool. It is and this is another thing I love, especially with some of the older ones. It's a vertically played pinball, but you're really looking at a mirror.
yeah, beautiful.
And the game field is down there, and so you get this awesome
You got it.
Oh, is it on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you get this awesome feeling that this ball is defying gravity, you're shooting straight up, right? And it's just this very awesome, surreal kind of play. One of my favorites. Always gotta play it when I see it. And I've only seen it ever here, so that's kind of cool.
Pat just actually was over a couple of weeks ago and redid the whole, got it all cleaned up and put in new rubbers and everything. So
Glare from Marble Mountains.
he's Komodo on KLOV.
Oh, cool.
But anyway,
But yeah, it's just another cool.
and Joust 2.
Got
signed
to
by
see him a couple
newcomer.
weeks.
In fact, he signed both Joust and Joust 2.
Did he come over?
Awesome.
Did he come over here or sign it with
No,
him?
he signed it at the show. So
And there's another one of his games. He signed as well. He signed this one.
yeah, sound Joust. Turkey shoot. This has the working feather box, so that's cool.
That is just fun.
I love that game. Yeah,
And
I'm
again,
terrible at it.
another one of all the games in here. I mean, he's drawn to this one because again, for me, it's about the controller, the gameplay, and the funky feathers blow up. Get him! Nice. There's the feathers.
There we are.
Well
Awesome.
timed.
Of course, he did an arc, but I didn't get him to sign that one, unfortunately. He did some of the scripting.
One of mine. Plus, it's just fun. Picking up money, busting up drug deals. Did you get the new board for this one? The PlayStation?
We did.
So now it has a multi NES. Well, God, I saw Darren working on that one.
There we go. So, yeah, this has the NES card in it, which we literally just put in there. I'm not sure.
Is that the selection menu up there? Oh, that's how it does
It is, but, so, yes, so I'll always do that. And then it'll pull into Game Link. And you can go down to a little buggy, but not bad.
Is it alphabetical?
Yeah, but it's a ton of, yeah. So,
God.
you can just, there's the K,
Beach Rubino's Fighting Wolf.
and then all sorts of versions of pretty much every version of.
That's awesome.
You can do it in different languages, and
That's really neat.
fun. That's a hack, obviously.
In the dual screen play choice tiles. That's super cool.
So that's the super pack with an SD card in it.
And so you say we have 90 games here. You have 90 games here. Over 90 with pins as well. And there's probably more somewhere else.
And this, this Walt Gunman is a build pretty much exact to the one on Back to the Future 2. We put in hidden buttons for the menus, so you can get out and get in there. It's just got the gun games in it right now.
And the Marty hat.
Yeah,
Back to the
got the
Future
party
2.
hat on it. Need to put a Pepsi one up there. So, and unfortunately, Chiller's down. It's got the XD multi-board in it, but we've had trouble with it, and It's not up and running right now. We've tried. And
Yeah. Got the Fix It Felix Wreck-It Ralph out of order. And you have a Fix It Felix right here.
Say they're not. Oh yeah, the Wreck-It Ralph out of order sign. Yeah, there it is. Fix It Felix working.
There's
So Frisky Tom, relatively uncommon game, and Fix It Felix Jr. is a build. This is all the this old game or the Ricky Ticky artwork, I think.
Just super cool. So super cool. The attention, it's just like amazing. Just right out of the movie. Very cool. There's one over there I want to go take a look at because people don't really. I don't think people really know what it is. I've had it in the last video, but I don't think it gets the attention that it needs because this actually is the first.
Yeah. So this is I guess the first production video game. It that happened to be a warehouse find, and when I got it, it had 13 plays on it. All I did was I cut the wire to the play counter, and we've had it on free play. I mean, almost no one plays it, which is kind of sad, but it's beautiful. It works, and literally came in the same box that had been packaged in back in the 70s.
It's like a work of art. So this is Computer Space, the first coin-operated, mass-produced video game. Yes, correct. Also in a movie.
Yeah. It was in Soylent Green. I missed that one.
Also in Soylent Green.
It was up for auction some years ago and went a lot higher than I would have expected.
But I mean, that's just cool.
Yeah,
that's
beautiful.
That's just cool.
It was a very lucky find.
Yeah, it was.
I got that, gosh, at least 15 years ago. Right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Really crazy. But just.
And of course, Joust Pen.
Yeah, and then it's right next to Joust Pen.
I got that at the
one of my favorites.
Pinball. The pinball show 2 years ago. It was at auction. So
really
that
fun.
was what I was looking for.
You shoot backwards and forwards. It's just super awesome. So if you had to name a favorite, because I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
Oh man.
Would it be Darren? Darren, we're going to your place next.
My place.
Yeah.
No pressure
Right
at
now,
all.
it's gonna be fun. But you got cool stuff all in your own right, man. So, do you have a favorite of all of these? Do you have a favorite? We know it's vector games.
Probably
is
Warrior.
Favorite genre? Yeah, Warrior's.
I would say Warrior.
Warrior's so cool.
No?
I'll do a little.
I love Sinistar. That's cool.
Sinistar's a good one.
He does hunger. And then I might as well this Evil Dead pin.
Oh yes.
Is a reskin.
I didn't get enough time with this at the Play Expo. This
uses-
is a complete custom pin.
It is. So this was a Hollywood Heat. I did not do this. This was you can find it on Pinside and stuff. The guys are great. They did an amazing job, but they have fully custom sound and everything. And I did get the EPROMs. So now it's changed the EPROMs from the
Hollywood Heat.
Yeah.
The Heat.
Sometimes it takes a little. Or maybe somebody shut the sound off. Did someone shut the sound off there? No. But anyway, sent the. Actually, have a replacement flipper up there for that right one that's fractured. So I get to this. But it will. It does have custom. Basically, a new EEPROM in there, and so all the letterwork is custom. It says Evil Awakens, and Dead Bumper instead of Heat Bumper, and it says Groovy Bonus, and then when it does the high scores, it says Hail to the Kings.
That's so great.
Kind of fun, but that's the only modification I made. Everything else, I got this, they'd already made it, and usually the back glass spins, but it runs off a small pinball bumper, a little 1/4 inch pinball bumper, and I need to replace it. It kind of wears down, but that spins in the back. So, yeah, I love this.
The surprises here never end.
The design is beautiful. They
New
did a great
pins.
job.
We have new pins that I've never seen The Walking Dead before. That was a new one.
Walking Dead is new. These, I mean,
and the custom ones, the ones that you've made, the super rare. I mean, this is amazing.
You want to see Starfighter?
Oh, we gotta see Starfighter. Oh my god.
Star Cockpit.
This one right here you're about to see, crazy.
So these are other customs. This is Space Paranoids, the first one that we did just as a proof of concept. It's different than the one that was at Comic-Con a couple years back. This one came long before it, but it's not nearly as nice as theirs was. I wasn't sure. I wasn't particularly good at programming at that time, so
They had that one in the arcade, right?
they did at
Flynn's arcade. Flynn's arcade.
Of course, now Death Race is a new edition that we
Death
got
Race.
this year.
I absolutely
We have
love
3 cabinets, and we're able to get one functioning.
out of the 3.
Boards. One of the sets of boards went to Electron Forge and came back, and it's working. Usually, I don't know if it's a dip that I need to get in there and look at, but usually there's two pedestrians or zombies, gremlins that you run over. So anyway, and of course, if you go to Rogue Synapse, we have a downloadable version. Since so many of these cabinets, the old logic boards didn't survive.
Make it.
So you can do one. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn close considering I didn't have a working game to go off at the time.
That was a lot of fun.
Also can download it as a clock, which is pretty cool.
Does it kill a guy every minute?
Yeah, every minute the white card kills a guy, and every hour the gray card kills a guy. And otherwise they avoid them. Yeah, it's very
That
fun.
I need. That I need. By the way,
Of course.
just prod that moment. Kid playing Star Wars. That one is that one Darren?
That's there.
See, Darren has cool stuff. So Darren has. Speaking of cool stuff,
So
I think this is a fitting one because this one encompasses probably all of it, right? It's movies, it's arcades, it's you developing and programming and making something that never existed really. And now we have it. And I've played it, and I can tell you right now, I will never be selected to go save the world because it's hard.
well, this was a labor of love, but I got the cabinet from David Fine way back in the day. He knew I was working on the project and sold it, and then wrote the software. And that software you can download on Rogue Synapse, along with pretty good cabinet blueprints, and then all of the artwork and everything is on there, including the instruction card and at least photos of the lettering. You have to do that yourself, but the sides and the marquee are available, and then of course the software. It runs on Windows, so you have to be willing to do that. But otherwise, yeah, it's a full thing. It plays everything you see in the film. It
Just
plays
like the film.
all the way through to the command ship. And when it blows up, it does, record breaker, and you get inducted into the Hall of Fame. So,
That is so cool. And this one actually is the one from the
documentary. I don't know what happened to the one in the film, but this one was made for the documentary, and it was a little worse for the wear when I got it. It's got a few scuffs and stuff, but it's held up well. It's been at 2 expos, and then spent a couple of weeks down at the Alamo Draft House in Austin for a fantastic arcade, as did Polybius a few years back.
Some of your arcade games are famous as well. There's celebrities all over the place. So. And it's just a cool shape. Well,
What else, man?
it's so many. We could probably do over and over.
Some are pretty common, like we bought this in a lot of about 10 games and just worked and was a pretty machine. I hate this game. I'm terrible at it.
I can't. Once the walls start getting high, I can't get past
Standard Frogger, and then Gapless, and a Tunnel Hunt. I've got the Tunnel Hunt software and everything. We just customed up the artwork a little bit and kept it for the moment. That's another project. And a few Gottlieb games, Reactor, Cuber.
Oh, Reactor. Oh, that is a hard game. Mad Planets. Oh, Vindicator.
Vindicator's an awesome game. And one of those went at auction this last time for $1,600, man.
Wow.
I know. I paid $3 for this.
As I say, I think they were throwing these in the back of dumpsters. Oh, another good one, iRobot. That's an awesome game.
This was one of the ones I got a while back. So, and this is a beautiful machine.
Love the old Atari. with the USS Enterprise?
It is. I'm kind of surprised they didn't get.
3, 2,
But yeah.
1.
I don't know. Did people say what else they wanted to see?
I think we hit all the high points here.
I think the Astro Gunner and Alter the Unnamed are the only two that you can't download on the site. And then soon we'll have the Star Trek. And the software is done, and people keep saying
you have the captain's chair.
I do have the
coming,
captain's chair, so the raster version of the Strategic Operations Simulator, but done as original series. But that's a huge build. That's like a 10 by 5 foot footprint.
Well, super cool.
Cool, man.
Okay,
What's that answer?
Last Starfighter was awesome. Doc, I want to thank you so much
Much
for
pleasure.
letting us into this place.
Cool.
Guys out there, guys and gals out there, this was a really fun time. I want to thank my buddy Doc to do this. And
Next time we'll be drinking again, though.
next
I
time,
warn you.
we're
Yeah.
starting right now.
It's not going to be nearly as coherent.
But again, so lucky to do this. And that was the Arkham Arcade.